Hey everybody, I thought it would be super fun to work our way through the major arcana, starting with the Fool, of course. Work our way through the Fool's journey with a pick-a-pile series. Originally, I had pulled for these three piles, and then last minute I pulled some oracles for a fourth pile, added in a fourth pile. I got a little carried away. Each pile has a crap ton of oracle cards. Look at all that. But these are pre-selected. It took me some time, and I took jumpers. So it'll be super fun to see what theme emerges for each pile. I guess since it's the Fool, we'll just see what emerges for maybe a new chapter, a new adventure, or maybe you're thinking about taking the leap. We have this beautiful butterfly here on pile 1 with the moonstone heart. And actually, let me see if this light will help some. There we go. We've got our moonstone heart, and we've got this fun-looking Fool card here. So for those of you who feel like you're coming out of a transition or you're blossoming more fully into the next chapter of your life, that's a beautiful card. We have the Ocean Jasper, and this is an interesting rendition, artist take on the Fool. We have, oh my gosh, please excuse. So we have a frog in its best shiny little, looks like a little sequin suit. With the dog here, like the typical, well, I guess not on this one. Here's a more typical with the dog. Anyway, this is more of like a space-themed one. Even the Ocean Jasper looks, to me, it looks like, you know, how they always show Earth from space. So I thought this was cool to pair with this card. Pile number 3, we have the Fool with this dog ready to take a leap. And if you notice, there's kind of like clouds forming like wings behind him. So when I look at this card, I think of Spirit having your back. And there's that butterfly up in the corner. Like this dog is just chasing. I feel like following its heart, chasing transformation. He knows that this is next, that this transformation is just around the corner. And paired with this, I have the mica. I love this. It looks like a mountain landscape to me. I love it. And last but not least, we've got pile number 4. This is a more traditional rendition of the Fool, with the dog by his side and his little knapsack, ready to rock and roll. He doesn't know what's at the bottom of that cliff, but he's ready to take that next step and knows that regardless of what's there to meet him, he has all the tools necessary in his little knapsack to handle any challenges that arise. All right. Oh, and it's paired with a fire quartz. And I just recently got these gemstones. Oh my gosh, I found this local gemstone wholesaler place near where I live. I'm like, what? You've been here for how long? And I've never known about you? Oh, it was overwhelmingly amazing, all the stones they have. And my daughter and I just, picked what called to us. She picked these 2, and I picked these 2. But anyway, all right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'll give you a moment to decide on which pile it calls to you. And obviously, of course, this is a timeless reading, and you can always come back and choose what calls to you at another time or watch multiple piles. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. Pile number 1. And let me know, drop a comment if you would prefer like watching me pick the cards, like if you want me to record myself pulling the cards. I'm happy to do that as well. I think in the future I won't pull so many. Oh well, we'll just go with it and see what happens. So we've got our Moonstone, got our beautiful Fool card, and as you know, the Fool is always representative of the beginning of a journey, the start of a new beginning. I love how this one's depicted as blossoming already before she takes flight. So she knows who she is. Look at, she's standing on one foot. She's ready to take a leap and fly. She's fully confident in her wings and her ability to soar. I love that. So we'll just dive into these cards and see what messages come through. All right. First up is, oh gosh. This is not a typical, this is more like a children's deck, but I love it. Why was I not prepared? 10 is the number of completion. It looks like she's braiding her unicorn's hair. They're surrounded by abundance, just fruit, blossoming trees full of fruit and life. Next we have the King of Pentacles. I'm trying to look at this picture, see if we can get anything from this. You can see up in the sky there's a castle. I don't know if you can see that way up there. But there's a castle up here off in the distance. King of Pentacles is masculine energy. We all carry masculine, feminine energy, but this is indicative of being stable, secure, grounded, financially stable. So maybe for those of you who chose pile number 1, you're finding yourself on more stable ground, especially she seems stable and ready to soar and less fearful of taking that leap. Like she feels more prepared. So maybe you're in a time in your life where you have the resources, financial resources, you have the financial stability backing you. Oh, and the 10, sorry, 10 represents completion, but also if we're going to go by like major arcana, the 10 would be the Wheel of Fortune. So fate is in your corner. We've also got another one of these, a couple of these popped out. 6 of Clubs. 6 of Clubs would be 6 of Wands, so this represents victory, success, even like being seen in the spotlight, even being like lifted up above the haters, above the noise. Look at, this is pictured even somebody just in their solitude, like so high up in the clouds, up in the top of the mountain. And interesting to note here, at the top of the mountains is the castle. So you are being raised up. You're being raised up, lifted up. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, this beautiful new beginning, success, victory, stability. Queen of Fire. Ooh, Queen of Fire. We have Leo, fixed sign of fire. It says timing 7 to 14 days during the summer. Wow, that fits like it's May now. So timing either within the next 7 to 14 days during the summertime, July 22nd through August 21st. Any one of those could apply. Leo could be of importance. Queen of Wands is someone who's passionate, confident. This goes right in line, perfectly in line with this Fool's card. Someone who knows their strengths, they know their weaknesses. They've gone through enough struggle, enough life lessons to really be able to hone in and, shine a light on the parts that seemed scary about herself, but embrace them at the same time. And then in embracing those shadows, you acquire that strength, and she's someone who's just really fiery, passionate, magnetic, attractive. Ruling planet Sun, this is also associated with strength. Magnanimous, hospitable, languid, creative, caring, authoritative, determined, warm, active, and generous. So you, pile number 1, you are on the road to success with extreme confidence. The Wheel of Fortune in your favor. We have this little cat pictured on this card. I wish that cats. Okay, there's a cat down here and a horse. Cats signify independence. We've got the moon. The card says nature. Go out in nature as much as you can, for its pure creativity can teach you everything you need to know. And they're surrounded by nature, abundance. This is the Lenormand card. It's the child card. When a sweet child smiles your way, innocence brings joy to fill your day. Friends are many, enemies are few. Embrace a fresh start in all you do. Wow. Dang, pile number 1, and it's got the number 13. We have the stag with number 28. Influence, logic, support, masculine, observer. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. Can you see how those match? It's like a reindeer-looking llama guy right there at a crossroads. And then we have the same creature depicted here, the stag. They look very similar. They both have antlers. They're both white. I'm looking also at, oh, this is, whoa, the 13 just jumped out at me. This is 13. This is 13. So these must be connected. When a sweet child smiles your way, innocence fills your day. Friends are many, enemies are few. Embrace a fresh start in all that you do. And fork in the road. But there's celebration. There's celebratory flags hung here. It's almost as if you know you can't go wrong, no matter what you choose. Logic, support, the stag. Very grounded in your energy, very logical, but also fiery and creative, passionate. I mean, you Leos out there, the Leos I know in my life are very creative and logical, like just very grounded, intelligent. Strength is a matter of a made-up mind. John Beecher. Strength is a matter of a made-up mind. Happiness is not perfected until it's shared. Distinguish the importance of your inner spiritual work from outer success. The importance of inner spiritual work. Distinguish. Maybe that is associated with the fork in the road. Distinguish the importance of your inner spiritual work from outer success. Every day is a fresh opportunity to create the life you love. A freaking man. Ooh, we've got a diva superstar here. That sounds about right. So, and then with this victory and the Six of Wands here and being seen in the spotlight, superstar, King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, the Stag, all of this is adding up to someone who's very strong, secure, stable. They know who they are. They're not afraid to express themselves. You're ready to be seen in the limelight, in the spotlight. We are all co-creators within a divine universe. And there's this bluebird here, if that means anything to anyone. It says, every physical being on your planet is your partner in co-creation. And if you would accept that and appreciate the diversity of beliefs and desires, all of you would have more expansive, satisfying, and fulfilling experiences. So this really speaks to understanding that every person you meet, every experience that you encounter, like every part of your journey, every moment of your day should be celebrated. It's all a part of creating this human experience that your soul came here to experience. Everything, every person, everything, that's all even people who don't think like you do, people who have differing views. It's all for the same goal, to offer up this diverse, what am I trying to say? To experience life in all ways. I feel like that's what that means. I don't know where to put this little guy. Oh, we got another one of these cards. My desires and beliefs are only thoughts. My desires and beliefs are only thoughts. Your desires and beliefs are just thoughts. Ask and it is given. You ask through your attention, through your wanting, through your desire. That is the asking. Whether you desire it to happen or you desire it to not happen, you are asking. Oh, so it's saying be careful what you put your attention on. Where your attention goes, that's what grows, right? Isn't that a saying? What you focus on expands. So whether you want it or not, it's not the question. It's what are you giving energy to? What are you thinking about constantly? Where are your thoughts directed? Because wherever your thoughts are directed, that's what's going to show up in your reality. Because you're co-creating. That's perfect with this, actually, being in co-creation with everyone and everything around you, whether you mean to or not. So I would take this as really a warning to be more cognizant of your thought life. Okay. Sea Queen, more Queen energy. I love it. Calibrate to nature. So you've gotten another message about getting out in nature. The number 16, calibrate to nature. And I actually want to read about, this is a new deck of mine. We're going to read about the Sea Queen. Okay. It says, celebrate the waves of your life. This too will pass and shift. Things will not remain this way forever. Abundance comes and swells. Calm, gentle times shall be honored. Take time to recover during slow periods of life. You are invited into the flow of waters of the Sea Queen of waves. Imagine yourself diving and playing as each wave pulls in and up and smoothly folds into itself, crashing like the crescendo of a song. The Sea Queen of Waves' purpose is to remind you to dive into the natural flow your body and soul are calling for. See the opportunities in your life as waves. Many may flow in like abundant swells and will be followed by a period of quiet calmness. This is how life goes and flows, so do not worry if a slow moment of your life comes along. It's just the Sea Queen of Waves giving you a break to contemplate before you go into a new phase of abundant experiences. Use these calm, waveless moments to recalibrate, tidy your home, finish lingering projects, and simply enjoy the stillness. This won't last forever. A new group of waves will surely come again to reinvigorate your life. And then here's your affirmation. My life is like the waves of the sea. Opportunity and abundance flow in with consistency just as the ocean does infinitely. I am calm and patient and trusting when the swell of opportunity slows down, and I utilize these moments to calibrate my soul and creativity. Okay. Interesting. Don't juggle too much at once. All right. So just breathe through the ebbs and flows of life, I guess. That's what this is saying. Change your point of view. Oof. That looks like doesn't that look like Cinderella's stepmother and the two weird sisters? It says shame. So what do we need to look at about shame? I want to grab a deck and just pull a few cards. What does shame have to do with pile number one's rising, this new adventure and allowing themselves to be seen in the spotlight, but also giving themselves grace? And this reminds me of the Hangman, like to just pause, contemplate, relax, don't juggle too much. What is this shame card here for? Three of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe you're feeling as if you're not productive, then you don't have value or worth. The Three of Pentacles is all about working together, building something together as a team. And this is don't juggle too much at once. And the Queen of the Waves is saying to just breathe, relax. It's okay to pause and regroup and benefit from the stillness. So maybe you feel shame connected to lack of productivity. The Fool. Alice is about to jump into that hole, that rabbit hole. Okay. And the Page of Cups. Some kind of message. Some kind of new passion. Maybe there's a new passion project that requires work. But first, before you dive down this hole, you need to pause, stop, and reflect. And maybe that feels counterintuitive to you. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So it feels counterintuitive to what your goal is in the end, Ace of Pentacles. But we already have it. Abundance is already a part of your flow. It's just ebb and flow, ebb and flow. King of Pentacles is here. So I really am feeling that shame has to do with someone not feeling, if feeling, devalued if they're not working constantly. Go, 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 go. Just it's okay to get out of that hustle mode and to just pause and relax. And actually, we're going to also read a message from this card. Shame. What an interesting card to get. Okay, it's a little poem. Regret, dishonor, hangs in shame, points the finger, takes the blame. Shame's a bully you must jilt, who invites her sister, guilt. Between the two, they'll make life sour, so stand tall, move on, reclaim your power. And here is Fairy Godmother's message to you from this card. What a horrible situation you find yourself in. You are racked with pain as you reflect upon that which has disgraced you or brought about regret. I, your ever-caring fairy godmother, wish you to understand that despite the dishonor you feel, I see you through the eyes of love. Everyone makes mistakes as they traverse this path called life and gets caught up in traps and pitfalls along the way. The trick to keeping your consciousness from giving yourself a good battering is to learn from this lesson and move on, making sure that from now on, everything you do or say will be honorable as you do the best you possibly can. So forgive yourself and earn it from others who may be reeling from your actions by coming from a place of good intentions. However, if people are judging you for something that was out of your control or that they disapprove of, then shaming you is not acceptable. It's up to them to get over it and to not be your judge and jury. Sometimes you may find yourself in the grips and control of another person. If someone is making you do something you do not wish to do but feel you are in a dangerous position if you do not do their bidding, then you're not to be blamed or shamed whatsoever. Please speak to someone you can trust. Confide in this person and tell them everything, no matter how shameful or disgraced you feel. I'm here to assure you that you are not to blame in any way, and that by speaking up, the truth shall be revealed, and you shall not be harmed. I am keeping you protected as you take these brave steps towards your freeing yourself from the grips of bully energy. Wow, that's powerful. That actually really spoke to me. I've been dealing with shame and guilt for just my life circumstances and pulling me away from what I want to be doing, which is being present, being here, and being just, yeah. Well, it's not about me, but, well, I guess I can share. Yeah, I've been in this cycle of trying to fix my card reading business on Etsy, and then I get overwhelmed, and then my life like becomes chaotic, and then I disappear from there, and I haven't been consistent in showing up. And then I want to come back, and I want to make things right, and then the same thing happens. I get overwhelmed. So I'm here right now, and I'm just telling shame and guilt to suck it. I'm going to just show up, not judge myself, show up, and just do the best that I can going forward. I no longer want to live under the cloak of shame, and neither should you. So whatever this means for you, if it's in regards to a new beginning, a new career, a new passion project, something that you feel you need to roll up your sleeves and work hard for, I say give yourself a break. Allow yourself to just heal from whatever you're coming out of before leaping. But whatever it is, you've got victory here. Passion, superstar energy, King of Pentacles, stability, Wheel of Fortune. It all looks really, really good. And we have this card, cell phone. Cell phone. It says, polish your communication skills. Polish your communication. Let's take a peek at this book also. Okay. This is about connection. When you say cell phone, it sounds like self-own. This may be a message to stop seeking outside of yourself and become the self-owned tower of your own power. Trust your ability to communicate empathically and telepathically. Plug into your higher self, and from a solid place of connection, 4 full bars, share your feelings, thoughts, and insights with someone who will pick up the receiver and then return the favor. And the meaning is connection. Cell phones are more than just communication devices. We store our lives in there. If you dream of losing your phone, you are venting fear of a loss of self. If you find your cell phone, you are rediscovering and appreciating your ability to communicate. If you're speaking to or texting someone, oh, this is all about what it means if you're in a dream. Okay, that's it. It's the Dream Oracle deck. All right, so if in your dream you're speaking or texting someone, you're exploring your telepathic connection with this individual and the part of yourself he or she represents. The person you are calling and or who is calling you, whether or not you're able to connect, and the status of your connection, 4, 3, 2, 1, or no bars, represents significant aspects of the dream. But here's her mantra. I am a wide open vessel of sending and receiving heart-centered, intuitive communication. Okay, so this is about communicating. You know what's interesting? This is about communicating also. This is a Page of Cups, a message. See this little fish in the cup has a little scroll message. So maybe, yeah, and with the 3 of Pentacles, working on building something, communication. So communication is key. But it's also linked to shame. So just push that shame aside. Communicate as best you can. Come from a heart-centered place. We're all human. We all make mistakes. And give yourself the grace. Don't juggle too much at once. And just one step at a time. Believe in yourself. I love that. Squirrel spirit. Believe in yourself. Oop. Cow spirit. The miracles are endless. Swan spirit. Time for a deep dive. And lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. And to me, lions signify strength. We have strength here also with the Leo. 37, that reduces to 10. A number of completion, also the Wheel of Fortune. Be generous of spirit. Believe in yourself, be generous, focus on communication, allow yourself grace. I feel like taking this one first. Equality. Okay, equality. No one is better than, you're not better than, no one is better than anyone else. We all put our pants on one leg at a time, you know? And just remembering, I guess, that we're all human and we all make mistakes and we're all growing and learning and we're all a part of each other's human experience, you know? We're co-creating together. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love. Through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Another message about just rest, relaxation. Just be still. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment that, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment the universe can truly get to work. Here, for my own sake, we're going to edit this card with punctuation. Surrender, comma. That's better. Then I know when to take a break when I'm reading. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, comma, the outcome is the moment that the universe can... Oh my gosh, I just put it in the wrong spot. It goes after outcome. Nothing I can do about it now. See, we all make mistakes. What else? I was just talking about that. You know what? We'll just take our mistakes and we'll turn it into beauty, and we'll do a little flower. Turning lemons into lemonade. There. See my little flower? And the comma where it should be. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. And laugh at your, no, maybe, I mean, it's hard to laugh at our mistakes because they can be very impactful. Especially, it's hard to laugh at them when we know it. Our choices impacts another, in a negative way or hurt someone. Because nobody wants to cause pain or cause further distress, So that's hard. I mean, it's easy for me to say laugh at your mistakes, but we can certainly transmute it, right? We can take a mistake and turn it into something beautiful. Okay, and then we have, the owl. And what's being highlighted to me now is the two leaves here. This is actually the same artist, these decks. I got this on Kickstarter a long time ago, and it finally came in the mail. I'm so happy. Those two leaves match these three leaves. Equality. And then these three leaves are making me think of the three pentacles of working together. If we all show up and do our best, that's all anyone can ask for, right? Let's read about the owl, though. The owl. This card is about seeking wisdom from those around us and from within ourselves. As we grow and change through this life, the sources of our wisdom will adapt as well. This card reminds us to consider where we're getting our wisdom from. It can be endlessly frustrating to not have the answers to the questions we have, and we can make ourselves dizzy with seeking the wisdom we're after. Consider that allowing yourself to not know something is also a kind of wisdom in itself. Consider asking yourself the questions you're asking of others. Yeah, no one is better than you. Like, you have the same ability to come up with solutions and new ideas. I think we so quickly discredit ourselves and our own intuition and look to others for support. A good example that's coming to my mind right now is my daughter needed to text her manager about something and was asking my son and I, what should I say? What should I say? And we were helping her, and then she ended up crafting her own response and read it to us. We're like, that's really good. I'm like, see, you didn't need our help. You already had it within yourself. So give yourself some credit. Consider asking yourself the questions you're asking of others. Or maybe you have wisdom to share and can find the right people who need to connect that gift of yours. Think of where you're getting your answers from and who you are giving answers to. As we grow through life, our relationship with wisdom will too. Yeah, everybody has something to offer. I always have said our stories hold power. Your unique circumstances and experiences in life give you authority to speak on those issues. And there's always someone who needs to hear what you've gone through so that they know they're not alone in their shit. And the last card is don't take anything personally. Become immune to poison. The whole world can gossip about you, and if you don't take it personally, you're immune. Immunity to poison in the middle of hell is the gift of the second agreement. This deck is from the Four Agreements of Don Ruiz. I think that's the author, Don Ruiz. Don't take it personally. And then I forgot to pull from this, so we'll take one from here. I'm feeling this card. So your final message, ashwagandha. Ashwagandha. It's a powerful adaptogen. Where is the book? Ashwagandha. All right. Power, strength, authority. Strength has come up multiple times for you. Believe in yourself. Oh, this is right next to this. Believe in yourself. And the owl talking about go within for wisdom. You have what it takes. You have power. You have authority. I was just saying, this life circumstances that you've walked through automatically give you authority to speak on those issues and to share and give hope to those around you, and to offer advice. Speak love. Speak the truth with kindness. The name ashwagandha translates to the smell of a horse and is known for its ability to strengthen the body, increase stamina, and help with building muscle. Some people say it gives you the power of a full-grown stallion. Wow. Beyond muscles and brute force, ashwagandha also strengthens the mind to help to fight against anxiety, depression, or lack of focus. Ashwagandha brings a clarity that allows people to stay organized and in control. This herb has recently become popular as well as an herb for the reproductive system, increasing sexual stamina and libido. My personal favorite way to work this root into my diet is by adding it to smoothies. When powdered and blended in with your favorite fruits, greens, or protein powders, ashwagandha adds a nutty flavor that is subtle and earthy. This also encourages you to bring healthier diet habits into your daily routine, which is a great way to conjure up the spirit of ashwagandha. If your busy life does not allow you to slow down and make a morning smoothie, try ashwagandha capsules to start your day. This can help you stay focused on your wild schedule ahead of you. When ashwagandha shows up for you, it's time to show the world your strength. Yes, my little diva, show the world your strength. You have everything within you. You are qualified. You are ready. Look at this Fool's card. You are ready. You're ready to take flight and to soar and to be seen. Show the world your strength. Check in with your physical well-being and do something that makes you feel stronger. Own up to the power you have over your mind, body, and spirit. Assert your authority. Demand respect. Show them who's boss. I don't think respect needs to be demanded. I think you just live by example, and people see your truth and respect you. And the people who judge are judging themselves. So become immune to poison. You know, we're here to observe, not judge. And those who want to judge will judge. There's that Dr. Seuss quote, those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. Wow. I really feel like this was a really great message. So pile one, I hope this resonated. I hope you got something out of it. If it did, let me know. Helps build my confidence as a reader. Do we have owl emojis? Are there owl emojis? Drop an owl emoji. I think I gotta check on my phone. Let me see. I'm sure there's an owl emoji. There's no way there's not an owl. Yes, there's an owl emoji. Drop an owl emoji. Or a lion or mussels. Drop some fun emojis in the comments if this resonated with you and you feel like you're ready, because you should feel like you're ready. You have so much strength coming through. I think it's just you were gently given the message. Look at how gentle this image even is. It's like a very blurry, soft picture. Just if there's anything you need to work on, your communication skills. That's it. Other than that, you have authority, you have fate, you have destiny on your side. You've got so many strength cards here. You have multiple queen cards. Queen of Wands, believe in yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You're ready to be seen. You have everything within you. The world needs to hear what you have. So step out. You got that one foot on the ground still. It's safe for you to leap and fly. Butterfly. I guess a butterfly would be an appropriate emoji to drop for pile number one. All right. And if any of you have questions about this reading or want me to clarify anything in the comments, I can do a follow-up video. I don't know. I don't have a lot of interaction on my videos, but if you want follow-up to this reading, just drop your questions and I'll pull a few cards and respond to each one of you. All right. We're going to go ahead and clear the board and move on to pile number two. All right, let's see. I'm going to pause it from here and see. Okay, pile number two. We have this crazy fun Fool card with a frog in a glittery gold sequiny onesie suit, pantsuit with bright red high heels. Interesting. We've got a frog in a fishbowl in a box. We've got Saturn behind. Very interesting Fool card. All right, so pile number two. If you resonated with the Ocean Jasper and this Fool card, we're going to go ahead and get started. As we know, Fool represents a new beginning, taking that leap of faith. This little guy is leaping dimensions, leaping from Earth to space, like literally changing worlds, warp speeding. What did they say, Mario Brothers, world warp away? All right. Oh, we got two of these unicorn cards. Oh, they're so bright and so fun. I love it. So we have the Empress and the Hierophant. This represents the Empress. It's actually just a children's deck of like Go Fish, but I'm assigning meaning by the numbers of the major arcana. So number 3 is the Empress, represents abundance, fertility, nurturing. 5 is the Hierophant, tradition, trust, intuition, institution, like a teacher. Empress could also represent marriage. Let's just keep pulling cards and see what comes up. I'm actually gonna, the Hierophant, let's put this over here. We got 3 of these came out. Oh, hello, 10 of Pentacles. Yes, please. Financial stability, security, strong foundation, family, good partnership, especially with the Hierophant here. Ooh, King of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles. So definitely learning something new. I think you're tapping into, left rein energy here with the King of Swords being very cerebral, logical about this new beginning. Although this doesn't look like a very logical depiction with this. I guess it depends on what you just, define logic as. If you're headed to a party on another planet, she's in her little party suit. She's got her box. It's like a mom bag. She's got everything in there. Mary Poppins box. Got her trusty, loyal friend, her little dog with her. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, King of Swords. Very logical, sharp-minded energy, as well as seeking new, learning something new, seeking something new that will definitely lead to abundance and stability. Strong family. I'm getting strong family vibes here too. Ooh, Virgo. Okay, that's funny because I always think of the King of Swords as a Virgo. My son's a Virgo, and it's just very analytical. Here we go. This explains it. Analytical, hardworking, intelligent, conscientious, helpful, critical, picky, exacting, responsible. Also the Hermit. The Hermit card is definitely a Virgo card. If you're looking for timing, this could be a year or more from now or during the summer, specifically August 22nd to September 21st. Princess of Earth, Virgo. Okay, so this new beginning could apply this summer. If you're watching now, this is a timeless reading, so take it as it applies whenever you're viewing this. Ruling planet is Mercury. The Hermit is all about soul searching, spending time within, alone, doing what you need. I guess the Hermit and the Hierophant together is really great for introspection and growing in your knowledge, especially with the Page of Pentacles. So you may be in Hermit energy right now, and you may be stepping out into this new beginning by this summer. There's something here that leads to abundance, and especially with that Ten of Pentacles. Abundance, stability, security. Definitely being very logical and strategic about something here. Got a butterfly, some peacock feathers. Seed. Having the intention to grow like a seed and bloom is at the heart of creativity. Yeah, and I feel with this Page of Pentacles, you're investing in something, and you're hungry for knowledge. You're gleaning knowledge, wisdom. You're doing a lot of legwork before you launch something, and it's going to pay off. Ooh, and we have the Garden. This is a Lenormand card with the Garden. It says, number 20, the gardens entreat to a party you'll go. New friends will arrive and romance may flow. Life's to be enjoyed with nature all around. In this verdant setting, beauty and peace abound. It has also got the Eight of Spades, which is indicative of Eight of Swords, feeling stuck. So maybe if you're feeling stuck, if you've been in Hermit energy too long, maybe this is hinting at a way to get unstuck and to just go out and socialize. Maybe go out and be in nature. Maybe you meet people when you're out at some park or hiking. Maybe you connect with someone there, but this could be a key. If you're feeling stuck at all in isolation, a key to get out and get unstuck is to socialize. Go to, someone invites you, say yes against every fiber of your being that wants to stay home and cozy, just be like, you know what, I'm going to go against what I feel and just see what happens. We have this little boat, this little sailboat, number 3, the ship. Adventure, choice, voyage, distance, or I said distance, departure. Interesting. We'll see if what that applies to you. Oh, interesting. I thought it said anchor. It says higher power. Ooh, and I thought I saw anchor, but maybe anchor, if you're feeling a little bit lost, anchor into your higher power. Definitely. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. Eleanor Roosevelt. Goodness consists not in the outward things we do, but in the inward thing we are. I like this one, though. Oh, sorry, that one is E.H. Chapman. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. Eleanor Roosevelt. Learn to keep your heart open and soft through the trials of life. Yeah, I think especially with this Virgo energy here, we've got lots of Virgo energy. Hermit, King of Swords. I think once we kind of get really into our masculine, logical energy, it can be easy to, forget the softness of who we are. But you also have the Empress here. Just keep your heart turned on. Stay soft, stay pliable. Create healthy boundaries with those around you. Create healthy boundaries with those around you. Your life path is a canvas. Paint it with vibrant colors. Ooh, I like that. Oh, you got teacher. And the Hierophant can be known as a teacher, a guide, someone who gives wisdom to others. And then we have these, I think these are Abraham Hicks cards. To receive what I want, I must not push against unwanted. Interesting. And for the red of this card made me think of the teacher card. And I know those aren't apples, but they're just random fruits, but it made me think of like it's connected to the teacher message. This is an expanding universe, and all things must be allowed. In other words, for you to understand and experience what you desire, you must understand that which you do not desire. For in order to be able to choose and focus, both must be present and understood. Wow. Yeah, that's a huge part in attracting what you want. I mean, I know like what you focus on expands, so you don't want to dwell too long on what you don't want, but it's good to anchor in and know, like, okay, I know that A, B, and C are definitely not for me. It's not a part of my dream life. It's not a part of my future. It's not a part of who I am and what I want to express to the world. So just knowing what you don't want is a part of attracting what you do want. You know how people say be specific, make a list, like be specific with the universe. How can you be specific if you don't know what you don't want? Ooh, DNA activation, sacred serpent spirit. What is that about? Let's read what that's about. Okay, DNA activations, Kundalini activation support. Trusting you have what you need. Nothing more, nothing less. Consciousness activator, evolutionary growth from deep within. The sacred serpent of DNA activation is the code keeper of your DNA, the protector of your consciousness. The sacred serpent knows you and your life's purpose and mission upon earth, which is why your DNA has a code keeper. You can melt sweetly into the comfort of this being's care as it is a fierce protector and will only allow you to access the parts of your DNA that are most important for you in each moment. Practice trusting a multidimensional being that has your highest good as its sole priority and gives you nuggets of wisdom, healing, and activations as you become ready for them. Sometimes DNA activations or Kundalini activations can occur in very intense bursts of high-frequency medicine, but this is granted to you with your intentions. You have more authority over your life than you may realize, and you can have any kind of awakening experience you would like to have. Interesting. Here's your affirmation. I allow only that which is of divine love and light and my higher self to activate my DNA to the highest frequency possible for my consciousness in this very moment, allowing for the highest good of myself and those all around me to benefit from this activation in the most healthy, vibrant, and positive way. Interesting. Look to the future. Look to the future. Rejuvenation. Ooh, I like this card. Take me to the beach. Take me to the beach. It's got a woman on here sunbathing, and there's like this dude with a tray of cocktails. We're going to read about this. Let's see what this is about. Rejuvenation. There's a little poem. Lounging, bronzing in the sun, sea salt air and having fun. Food delights, cocktails too. Take this well-earned break for you to be restored. I'm taking charge. Enjoy the rest. Bon voyage. Okay, so you're being given permission to rest. Your higher power's got you. Anchor yourself. Yeah, anchor yourself in your higher power. I'm going to move these off camera. Okay. It says, I give you full permission to take a break, for you have earned it. Yes, indeed, a time to rest, rejuvenate, and have some fun. It's just the ticket for your weary self. What a time it has been for you. It feels as though you haven't stopped for a moment. You are exhausted on so many levels that if you try to carry on much longer, you won't be fit to bring about the results you desire. Have you heard the saying, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy? Well, take it from me. You won't be doing yourself or anyone else for that matter any favors by continuing on as you are doing. So I am prescribing you with a holiday. Do not let any money worry, gremlins, kick in the moment. What? Do not let any money worry gremlins kick in the moment a vacation is suggested. Do you not understand the universal law of giving and receiving? The law is simple. The more you deny yourself, the less you receive. To fully love yourself is to take all that you need in order to live your full potential. Your body, soul, and spirit are crying out for a well-earned rest. When you give in to this craving, you will find that you are able to see through new and fresh eyes. You will feel much more energized and will have reignited your passion and enthusiasm on every level. Everyone needs to get away from the mundane from time to time. It's essential to our well-being. So do yourself a favor and get away from it all. Go on. Spoil yourself. Be waited on hand and foot. Be wild. Be silly. And have the most fun you can. It's time for you now. So go search for that dream destination, pack your bags, and fly. Sail away. You'll be so grateful that you did. And don't forget to send a postcard. Wow. Pack your bags and soar. And talk about soaring. Like this is like the highest leap from Earth to space. You must really need that break. Computer. Upgrade your mental software. Let's see. You are wise beyond your years, more resourceful than you realize. All the answers and all the RAM you could ever need, want, or desire are just a click away. The challenge isn't access, it's your operating system. You would never think of trying to send an email from an old Macintosh computer from the 80s. It wouldn't work. From time to time, we all need to change our mind, update our belief systems, delete the spam, and download our personal reference points to thoughts that are relevant to this brand new moment. Take a breath. Open your mind to see things in a new way and be willing to cut and paste a new point of view that supports you in living at the highest, most optimum level of functionality. That goes right along here with this DNA activation, your highest good for you and those around you. But it's take a moment, refresh, delete, recalibrate. Definitely, yeah, anchor into your higher power, into your highest self. Love is all around. Love is in the air. Ooh. The universe has my back. I love that. Happiness is my birthright. We got a little guy. Peace. Thankfulness. Let's read about thankfulness. Where are you? There you are. Thankfulness and gratitude can be tricky sometimes. It isn't always sunshine and roses like the internet suggests it is. Sometimes it's hard to find, and sometimes we don't want to find it. As with everything else, thankfulness works best when it's balanced. Living in a perpetual state of gratitude can diminish or not give enough necessary space to the painful things in our lives. It's okay to be faced with something horrible and not feel thankful for it. We don't have to force gratitude down our own throats. Trust yourself that you'll find gratitude where you need it. When you struggle to find it in one situation, look elsewhere. You can always maintain balance by finding thankfulness for wildflowers, for instance, or videos of baby goats on the internet. Oh my gosh, I love baby goats. I recently was in another country, in the Netherlands, and there's this little farm-to-table cafe that was very inexpensive. And I would go there often, and just you can sit at a table outside and just watch the goats and the horses. And they were all like, I don't even know, there were probably like 10 baby goats that just would come trotting out. They were so fun to watch. I love them. Okay, and your last card says, don't make assumptions. Let your life be transformed. When you stop making assumptions, your word becomes impeccable and your life is completely transformed. Magic just happens in your life. What you need comes to you easily because Spirit moves freely through you. Well, oh, and then these I forgot to pull from when I was preparing, so we're going to just grab one now. Okay, that one doesn't want to come. We'll do this one. Oh, there's two here. No, they're so long. Golden halos and shears. Oof. This shears make me think of my spiritual scissors that I use to cut out connections, people in my life that have proven to be unsafe or not beneficial in any way for my growth. Sometimes you just have to go to a place energetically, face them face to face, and you're in, energetically speaking, and say what you need to say and release them in love and gratitude and cut that cord and watch them float away off into space. Be like, bye, I wish you well. And then we have the golden halos. Let's read about the shears. severing, cutting away, ending. Shears are a vital tool for herbalists from the garden to the kitchen. You can use shears to start a new life. Simply take a cutting from a thriving plant and nurture that cutting to grow its own roots. When this new plant begins to grow, you can use the same shears to prune back obstacles that may prevent optimal growth. Once the new plant is overflowing with new life, you can use the shears to harvest herbal medicine from the plant with mercifully clean cuts that prevent infection or damage to the mother plant. At this point in harvesting, it's common practice among herbalists to thank the plant for sharing their life with you. See, that's exactly what, whenever I need to cut cords with people, it's always with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for, the memories. Thank you. Whatever comes to you in the moment. Thank you. In gratitude, and then cut and release. That's a very healing practice. There's a deep sense of ritual tied to the use of shears in the garden. Once in the kitchen, shears can be used on herbs to prepare them for final use with precision. In Greek mythology, the oldest sister of Fate wields a pair of shears, and she alone is responsible for deciding the death of every mortal. Her name, Atropos, translates to the inflexible one, or the unturnable. This is the energy I feel flowing through the cold metal of shears as I snip away in the apothecary. Shears come with finality and remind us that some decisions cannot be undone. They demand your full attention and ask you to be sure of your actions before they are taken. They also remind us that severing is a natural part of the process. If you want new growth or to give yourself the best chance at flourishing, you will sometimes need to completely cut something away. If shears comes through in a reading, know that you are being asked to take your final action. An ending approaches. You can take time to offer thanks to the energies before you snip them away, but do not hold back with that final cut. Be bold in your actions and have confidence in your final decision. Wow. Especially people who are draining your energy, or I don't know. I think you know exactly what needs to be cut out. Could be bad habits, but I think this is speaking to, especially since there's like a person here, I think it's speaking to a specific person that you need to cut cords with. Cut the energetic tie and reinvest in yourself and give yourself the love and energy that you need with rest, relaxation. Happiness is your birthright. Oh, and this actually comes with a little spread. So let's do a spread for you. For this spread, place shears as the central card on a 5-card cross. Okay. Then draw 4 cards in the order listed. Okay, let's do this. We'll come back to the golden halo, but let's do a little reading with this. Okay. It says to pull 2 cards for primary ingredients, and the 3rd card will be for the process to help heal, and 4th will help support the process in small doses. So it says select the primary attribute of shears that is most relevant to your concern. This determines the first 2 questions for the reading. The last 2 questions remain the same. So cards 1 and 2, what do I need to cut off from my life and what remains afterwards? The primary attribute of the shears most relevant to you. Okay, well, this could be people, habits, whatever, but I'm going to pull 2 cards that represent what you need to cut off from your life and what remains afterwards. Which deck? This one. Okay. What does pile number 2 need to cut out of their life to step into alignment of their highest self? What remains after? 2 cards. Wow. Victory and the 6 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles is what remains after you cut this out. So we're not getting a specific answer on what you need to cut out. It's the High Priestess. So exactly what I said earlier, you know. Pile number 2, you know exactly what you need to cut out. You've just been hesitant. The universe has your back. Take all the rest you need, but when you're ready, do it boldly. Do it with gratitude. Cut whatever needs to be cut out. High Priestess, you know exactly what it is. You intuitively know. Once that's done, what's left is victory. Look at all this blue butterflies too. Victory, success, recognition, 10 of Pentacles. Wow, stability, strong foundations. Look at the clearing. You're really clearing out something huge. It'll be breakthrough for you. And then severing ties. Okay, there's different ways. So there was severing, there was a cutting away, ending. Let's do all of them. So right now we're on severing, what you need to cut out of your life and what remains afterwards. What will help this process? What will this process help heal for my pile number 2? What will this process heal for pile number 2? Wow. Ace of Wands. And wow, when you look at this card, my camera's not the best at autofocus. You can see, I can see all these rings on this tree. So this tells me this is something that you have a long history with. Ace of Wands. Wands are the suit of passion, a fresh start, a new beginning. This is really when I said this is gonna clear away something huge, because see that hole in the clearing? It's really gonna clear away something huge for you that's been long-standing, blocking your view. Look at all the beauty, like all these flowers around this tree. There's beauty, even after how the difficulty of cutting down something that you've had a long history with. So what is this? The question is, what does it help you heal? What will this process help heal? I think it just clears away any confusion, doubt. Like you see, after you cut this out, you see more clearly your path to beauty, to creation, to this Empress energy, fertility, abundance. Your vision becomes clearer. It helps heal your mind and your vision. What will help support the process in small doses? Okay, what will help pile number 2 support the process in small doses? 6 of Pentacles. In small doses, 6 of Pentacles. This will help you in the process, giving back, doing small acts of kindness. See the little mouse at the top of the door? So tiny. And leaving a basket of fruit, that's an act of kindness. And small doses, small acts of kindness. When you get your eyes off your own pain and look to those less fortunate than yourself, I went through the most devastating breakup 10 years ago. Bad. I was dipping, my mom was like, put your face in a bowl of ice water. And I was dunk my head in ice water. I would cry. I was crying uncontrollably. I had to quit bartending because I literally couldn't stop myself from bawling. Driving my kids to school in the morning, crying uncontrollably, at work, crying while making martinis. That's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. So I quit. I had to quit my job. No, they didn't fire me. I just, one shift of that, and I was like, I can't do this. And I started doing food delivery through Uber Eats, and I would drive around with giant sunglasses, and just cry and sing to music in my car and deliver food to people's doors. Yes, this is telling me my story is on point. And I would just because I'd be crying while I'm driving around and healing, I would pop on my big sunglasses and ring the doorbell and hand them their food. I could hold it together for like 30 seconds. But small doses, what really helped me heal during that time was giving back to others. So what was birthed from that pain while I was out, because I had to do this other job where, because I couldn't do what I normally did for work, so I had to do this alternative job, this gig work with delivering food around Portland, Oregon, big city. But while I'm doing work, while I'm delivering food door to door, and I'm driving to like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, I'm seeing homeless people who have no home, nowhere to go, no one to love, no one who loves them, you know what I mean? Just for whatever reason, they're at a point in their lives where they're literally like in isolation at their bottom, at their rock bottom, huddled under doorways in the pouring down rain and the freezing cold. And so I, in the midst of my pain, took my eyes off myself and saw the pain and humanity around me. And I started a little nonprofit. It wasn't technically a nonprofit, but it got huge. I had my living room was a whole room filled from floor to ceiling with donations that I procured on my own. I made little porch pickup posts on Facebook, and I lived in a pretty affluent community, and people are really wealthy and were very generous and donated so many things like boots and jackets and toiletries and all kinds of things. So that really helped me heal. It really took off and took my eyes off my own pain and helping others. I'm not saying you have to do anything huge like that, but and then I would drive around. So while I'm doing my food deliveries, I'd be like, all right, Holy Spirit, who are we going to bless tonight? And just, I'd be scanning while I'm driving, like looking. And my brother was like, you're profiling. I'm like, I don't care. So if I'm profiling by somebody like sleeping in a doorway at 3 a.m. and shivering in their sleep, and I'm profiling by offering them a blanket. One time somebody donated a bunch of pillows. We had like 4 garbage bags full of pillows. So my daughter and I, there was a whole city block doorway, every single doorway was a person. And while they were sleeping, we lifted their heads and put a pillow under them. In hindsight, that might be very dangerous to do, but at the time it seemed like a great idea. But the point is, do what you can for others in any small way. It doesn't have to be a big grand gesture, but small acts of kindness, especially when you're hurting and in pain, really help you heal. So that will help you heal as you take that leap of faith and cut ties with this person or something that it's really going to clear your vision up, and you're going to see your path forward very clearly once you do. And there's victory, success, recognition, fame even. I don't know, I think it really cuts away. And this is 10 of Pentacles, so this is like financial stability, strong foundation, good family life. It really paves the way to where you need to be and where you're operating from your highest potential. Okay, this is fun. So let's do some more spreads with these shears. Okay, so next, cutting away. What does not belong in this situation? How can it be repurposed elsewhere? Okay, what does not belong in this situation? I guess the 6 of Swords came out upside down. Typically 6 of Swords is, and look at the boat even matches. Look at that. Those boats match. Departure, voyage. What does not belong? And then we have the Empress. But 6 of Swords typically means moving away from something and healing, slowly healing. But this is the question, what does not belong in this situation? So that being said, give me one sec. I'm having a brain fart on 6 of Swords reversed. What does not belong in this situation? Emotional collapse. The healing journey being delayed. Emotional collapse. Yeah, you're a fucking Empress. You're full of abundance and kindness and goodness and strength and beauty and fierceness. Like, to be emotionally crippled and disabled and to not be able to see the forest from the trees, like just to feel so stuck, that doesn't belong. To not be operating in your full power, that doesn't belong. How can it be repurposed elsewhere? How can it be repurposed elsewhere? Pile number 2. How can this Empress energy that's feeling like they've been emotionally hijacked, how can this be repurposed elsewhere? The Hierophant. Wow. I mean, I think of wisdom when I think of the Hierophant. It can this emotional hijacking can be repurposed into knowledge. Watch as many podcasts as you can, read books, gather all the wisdom and knowledge you can on becoming emotionally independent from someone else. If there are any codependency issues or anything where you feel like you're not okay if someone else isn't okay, you can repurpose that. You can switch that energy around with knowledge. Knowledge is power. Wow. Okay, and then what can no longer thrive as it is? All right. What can no longer thrive as it is? Heartbreak. Betrayal. Look at this. This polar bear is existing on its own little breakaway piece, surrounded by blood in the water. It's all broken here. He can't stay out here forever. So this isolation, this sadness, this bleeding out feeling, this can't go on. It can no longer serve you. It's time for you to step up. One sec again. Sorry, I'm really bad at remembering reversals. Page of Swords in reverse. Unable to promptly escape chaos. Overlooking the big picture. Guessing blindly. Cannot truly solve problems. Cannot smoothly gather and convey information. Yeah, this can no longer continue for you. It's time for you to gather information, gather knowledge, cut out what's been blinding you so that you can see clearly. This is no longer acceptable. You cannot continue to function in this place of heartbreak. How can I honor its inevitable end? Okay, how can you honor the end of this heartbreak? How can Pile 2 honor this cutting away? I just heard gratitude. Working hard. Working hard towards your stability. And I would say that includes your emotional stability, even if it means living alone, being on your own. Work hard, hard work, focused effort. Did you know that bumblebees take breaks? I'm seeing this bumblebee, you see all the bees in this beehive. They're working hard, but I just saw a reel on Instagram today it was so cute, of real life photos of bumblebees like collapsed inside a flower with their little legs sticking out, full of pollen all over them. They take little naps. It's okay to take rest. It's okay to retreat. But as far as answering this poll, how can I honor its inevitable end? You can honor it by putting energy into yourself, putting effort into building your own. You are the queen of the hive. Let these, I almost said angels, let these angels work for you. Let these bees work for you. Rest, relax. Focus on your stability, focus on rebuilding. That's how you can honor this end. Gather all the knowledge you can on a situation or on like the psychology of it for the benefit of your growth. And I would say for your emotional independence. And lastly, we're going to read about this golden halos. Mystique, healthy fear of the unknown. Psilocybin is illegal in many parts of the world. The following is not encouragement to take part in illegal activity. Okay, there's a little disclosure. Golden halos is one of many street names for, I can't even say it, P. cubensis, a species of psychedelic mushrooms from a genus of fungi colloquially referred to as magic mushrooms, or simply shrooms. Psychedelic fungi rose in popularity during the 60s and 70s for their hallucinogenic properties, and they have since been hybridized and crossbred to produce more potent contents of psilocybin, the compound responsible for its psychotropic effects. Sacred fungi, like the golden halos, can teach us about diving into the unknown reaches of the subconscious. When one consumes psilocybin, it's an uncontrolled environment. Their body can respond unpredictably. Each person processes the chemical compounds differently, and the effects range in duration, emotional response, visual stimulation, and more. Some people see vivid colors and geometric patterns, witness their environment breathing, and feel a sense of euphoria. Others find unresolved trauma bubbling to the surface, feel tension in their muscles, and imagine the world closing in on them. This is a reason to work with golden halos only with the supervision of a licensed professional. Golden halos can be enticing regardless of the risks. This is how they teach about mystique. Sometimes you venture into the darkness with no clear understanding of what you will find. Likewise, a healthy dose of fear can keep you safe from going too far while exploring uncharted territories. Some of the most enlightening life lessons come when teetering on the boundary between the known and unknown. The energy of golden halos dares you to question your reality. Step into a world of the sublime and challenge what you think you know. So what I got from that, considering what we've already read about, especially in this cord cutting, this is no longer acceptable, staying in a place of pain, heartbreak, betrayal, just not able to see ahead. You've come to the point where the pain of staying where you are is far greater than the pain of facing the unknown, the fear of facing the unknown. It's time for you to face the unknown. It's talked about, facing the unknown. It's time for you to face the unknown. What else? What else about this Golden Halos card? Page of Swords. Yeah. Little guy. Look at this little guy. He's ready. He's ready to charge ahead. Right before the Knight of Swords, which is like, charge! William Wallace, freedom! Energy, This is the page version, the little guy. He's just gaining his muscles and his bravery, and he's ready. He's ready to charge ahead into the unknown. He's ready for battle. Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Knight of Pentacles. And then this little thing is falling off. I'm going to see what it is. Boundaries. All right. And maybe this requires boundaries. Put a beautiful bubble of protection around you every night when you go to sleep and every morning when you wake up. Okay, pile number 2. That is all I have for you. I really like the idea of asking people to leave an emoji in the comments. You know what we're going to leave is scissors. If anything in this reading resonated with you on even the teeniest, tiniest level, drop some scissors in the comment section. And if you have any questions or want any clarity on this, drop some scissors and leave a question in the comments, and I will pull some cards before responding back to you. If you have any questions on the reading and want clarity on anything that came up for you personally and you feel comfortable sharing it publicly in the comment section, I totally will. I'll just grab a deck and be like, okay, for this person, blah, blah, blah. And then I will respond with a few short, I say short, but I have they don't have the ability to keep things short. But I will try to be concise with the response, with what the cards say. I think that's fun. I don't think I've seen other tarot readers do that. And I think it's a fun way to interact and give more clarity and insight. Oh, and a little bug that just fell on here. Okay, pile number 2. That's what I have for you. I hope it bless you. And yeah, I know you don't want to do this one thing, but on the other side of it is so much success. 6 of Wands, victory, success, recognition, and 10 of Pentacles. It's going to be amazing. On the other side of fear is freedom. All right, take care. All right, pile number 3. If you chose this cutie of a Fool card, this little furry guy, and the mica, then let's get started. Okay, the Fool. Now this pup is ready to take a leap. And his eyes are on the butterfly, so he can visualize in his mind. He can see the transformation, and he's leaping as an act of faith and loyalty to self. Believing in the unseen, really, the transformation. His transformation hasn't taken place yet, but seeing this butterfly is solidifying in his mind's eye. Yes, transmutation. Transformation is possible for me too. And Spirit has his back. There's little angel wings here. This light is not very bright anymore. I recharge it. Dimming light. Ooh. Spirit has his back right when I noticed the light was dim. Maybe you may feel like you're losing time, or like you're not where you should be, or that your light's being dimmed, or that you're not in the right position to take this leap. I'm here to say that you are. Not because of how strong you feel, but because of who you are inherently. And you have a destiny, you have a divine purpose, and Spirit has your back. Transformation is your birthright. Let's do this. All right. We have my little unicorn cards here. I always forget. Number 4 is the Emperor, structure, authority. It really looks like a sun card to me, though, with the sun taking center stage here. But I'm going with number 4 as like major arcana. Let's see, we have number 7, which is the Chariot. Discipline, courage, movement. I love that. She's sharing with everyone in the forest. Maybe I can move this. No, I'm not going to mess with lighting right now. Discipline, courage. Yeah, I think you may feel like you are ready, or maybe you feel like you're not ready and you need the courage, or you may feel like you need more discipline, but you've got it. You just have to trust and take that leap. Let's keep going and see what else comes up. Ooh, we have the 3 of Wands. This person looks pretty sad. They're hugging their knees to their chest with their head back. My lighting is not working right now, so maybe I can do this. Yeah? Okay, can you see that? They look pretty sad with their head bent down, hugging their knees to their chest. They look isolated, but 3 of Wands is all about moving forward, turning your back on a situation and heading in a new direction. You don't know what's out there, but it's better than where you've been. So yeah, the courage, bossing up, courage, strength for this new beginning. Even though you may feel like this, you have the courage to take that leap. Oh, we have a man here, and the ship going places. and the mortar and pestle, and I have 10-10. I'm looking at 10-10 right now. 3-3-3 and 10-10. So maybe look those up. We have you or the querent. Querent? No, I never can say that word. A person you know. Boyfriend, fiance, spouse, a love interest. Or just masculine energy is here. So is the Emperor. The Emperor is very masculine energy. Huh. What? Let me draw some cards. What do we need to know about this man here that showed up for my pile number 3? 4 of Swords, rest, relaxation, and the Devil in reverse. Okay, taking your power back. Hierophant. This could be a marriage. Maybe this is very specific for some of you. 3 of Wands. Okay, that ties perfectly into the 3 of Wands down here. So moving away. Maybe for one of you watching, someone is moving away from a high-level commitment, partnership, or marriage. They're breaking free. Devil in reverse, taking your power back and heading towards sailing away from this person. Sailing away. Same with the 3 of Wands and the 3 of Wands on the bottom of that deck. Moving away, turning your back and moving away. Maybe there's too much control here because the Emperor can sometimes exhibit, an excess of control. The Chariot is fast movement, traveling away. Yeah, I think you're moving away from a partnership with another person. Going places, adventure, vacation, trip, enterprise, movement with the wind, swift travel overseas. But it's for the purpose of rest and mental peace. And when you look at this mortar and pestle, this is primarily used for crushing up herbs for holistic remedies and, I forget what you call it, but like herbology. I don't know what they call that, but plant medicine for healing. So you definitely need to take the leap. Trust that you are carried, that you are backed up with support from the universe in this. And it may seem scary, but whatever's ahead is far better than anything you leave behind. So with and look up 1010, angel number 1010. I think it's a mirroring number, but this is the mortar and pestle, blend, brew, alchemy, concoction, medicine, breaking things down, making something else, potions, spell work. Again, I think you're headed towards a season of healing in your life. Walking away from a partnership. You don't really know where you're going, but you know that where you've been is not where you want to continue. This is a solitary woman standing, looking in her hand. It looks like she's holding like a crystal ball. I don't know if you can see it. And I used to visualize years ago when I used to be involved in church stuff. I would do a lot of visualization during worship and would just take my cares and put them in these little orbs, and I would imagine myself handing them over to Jesus. I'd have picture my kids or my finances, whatever was worrying me at the moment. In my mind's eye, I would hand them over and just say, I release my cares to you, I trust you. So you could, in the same sense, you could have something weighing heavy on your heart and you could just hand it over to the divine, hand it over to Creator and say, I trust you. This is look, she's holding it close to her heart. This is something that is very emotionally charged and means a lot to me, and I'm going to hand this over and just trust in the outcome, that it will happen as things will unfold as they should. Muse. Seek out or act as a positive, inspiring, and helpful muse to another's creativity. Okay. Intuitively, this is what I was getting for you, though. I'm going to leave it over here. We have the key, And more threes. Jeez, so many threes. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. See, we've got 3, 3 here, 3, 3 here. This is 33. The key. Inspiration unlocks the door. Solutions are the key to success and more. Miracles and insight are easy to trace once the final piece tumbles into place. Guess it may be difficult right now for you to see or feel inspired, but when you look back, hindsight's 2020, right? You're going to see how you were supported. Maybe you don't feel supported right now, but as you go forward with blind faith and you look back, you're going to see all along the way that you were carried, you were supported, you were loved, you were held through every moment of this journey, this painful journey away. A lot of sadness is coming through, but there's healing on the horizon. 10 is completion. This is the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. No. Sorry. 8 of Pentacles. 5, 6, 7, 8. That is basically mastering something new, working really hard, focusing on your financial stability. We have the home. Number 4. It's crazy because this is 4 also for the Emperor. The home. Oh, but the name of this card is not the home. It looks, but I'm getting home vibes. The clouds, confusion, doubt, insecurity, lost. So maybe home is not a place of security for you right now. Maybe this area of your life is filled with doubt and confusion and you don't know what to do. But Spirit wants you to know that you are supported, hand your cares over, and you're supported the whole way. Go the distance. A little cheetah headed to the finish line, go the distance. There is more to life than increasing its speed. Mahatma Gandhi. There's nothing that cannot happen today, Mark Twain. Develop awe and reverence for life. Love yourself unconditionally and watch your happiness soar. Kindness is a language that everyone understands. So even if you are moving away from something, taking your power back, regaining your independence, heading towards rest, relaxation, mental peace, healing, you can still create boundaries with respect, honor, and kindness. Rapper. Oh, interesting. We got a little tiger. We got a cheetah here. Rawr. Cougar? I don't know. You a cougar? Oh, I don't know why I want to say Diddy. P. Diddy. I guess that's on everybody's mind right now. We got a rapper here. What is this rapper about? Let's see. Let me pull a couple cards. Here we go. Okay. Show me what this rapper is from a pile 3. What's this in regards to? Oh, King of Cups. So maybe the person you're moving away from, maybe this is a hobby of theirs or something maybe they like rap music. Maybe they are an artist or a musician, if you want to call a rapper a musician. 2 of Cups, soulmate energy, love, bonding, togetherness. So or maybe this is a person you're moving away from, or is this a new love coming in, because we have Knight of Pentacles and this is like slow moving energy. Interesting. Let me get one more card on this. Is this a new love coming in, or is this the person that pile 3 is moving away from? Oh, couldn't get more clear than an upside down Ace of Cups and King of Swords upside down. Nine of Pentacles upside down. Yeah, absolutely separation, moving away from someone who's been very, at least the minimum, verbally abusive, which is also, that's hand in hand with psychological abuse, emotional abuse. There's an ending here in regards to a relationship with someone who once filled your cup. Yeah. Someone very sharp tongue. Maybe this is very slow moving energy. That ship is sailing slowly away, but slow and steady wins the race. I am a vibrational being in a vibrational environment. You are, even in your physical expression of flesh, blood, and bone, you are a vibrational being, and everything you experience in your physical environment is vibrational. And it's only through your ability to translate vibration that you are able to understand your physical world at all. So whether you realize it or not, your state of being, your emotional state of being, just your state of being, period, is vibrational. It's a frequency. Like we've all heard this a million times, like you tune it like a radio. I was just doing a visualization today where they said, close your eyes, picture yourself, it's your higher self, your highest timeline. What does it feel like? What does it look like? And I just did this meditation and brought tears to my eyes. It felt so real. And it's like once you tune into that and you adopt the habits of that higher self, that higher version of you on some other timeline, a higher frequency, basically, a different vibration, then that's how you manifest into your current reality those types of things that bring those feelings of peace, love, joy, solitude. It's by embodying it now. Sea goddess of sensuality, celebrate romance. Ooh! Okay, let's read about this sea goddess of sensuality. This is a new deck that I've never used before. Awakening all your senses, consciously reactivating desire, alignment of desires and reality, celebrating the romance that is life itself. The sea goddess of sensuality is here to activate the sensual, emotional, and physical expression of the ancient wisdom you hold within your DNA. Activating this card informs you it is now time to be in full awareness of your feelings, emotions, and thoughts and see what they are manifesting for you. I was just talking about that. Now's the time to be in your full awareness of your feelings, emotions, thoughts. What are they manifesting for you? Yeah, feel it. Close your eyes and imagine your highest self and really feel what that life looks like, what it feels like. Really embody it. Visualize it. Are you frustrated, stuck, or stifled? Where can you access more freedom? What senses can you turn on and what have you turned off in order to be experiencing what is in front of you now? Remembering that this powerful wisdom resides in you and it can help you move energy in your own being to experience a more pleasing reality for and within yourself. Yeah, you have complete control. You have complete control over what you're feeling. I know that's easier said than done, but slowly but surely you're getting there. Here's an affirmation for you. I choose to be fully awakened to my senses, using them to help me create the most incredible life experience for myself to revel in. I came into this sensual form to use it and celebrate every waking moment I get to have in this body. Whew. Spicy. The world is yours. Blossoming. Oh, and look, it's Dorothy, and she's resting. Is that a field? It's a field of poppies, red poppy flowers. She's resting, and there's the good witch, Glinda, looking over her. The world is yours. Blossoming. Let's read about that one. And there's a poem. Let's call on the fairies, guardians of flowers, bestow upon you their magical powers. Breathe in the fragrance filling your heart. Beauty surrounds you, ne'er to depart. Work with the magic with harm to none, to heal and restore you. There, it is done. Gosh, more about healing. Wake up and smell the roses. Take a good look at what is really going on around you. Whilst you think that all is perfect in your world, you may need to reevaluate the situation. You would be wise to question what has been said recently as well as the motives of others. By doing so, you could begin to see an entirely different scene emerging. Look at areas in your life where you can improve things or investigate more deeply into situations that you have previously skimmed over, for some pruning is in order. The flower fairies will tell you of how each of their wards, the flowers they tend to, have their own restorative properties. Which is the spirit of the plant? Hold on, one sec here. The flower fairies will tell you each of their wards have their own restorative properties, which is the spirit of the plant, who can assist those who seek them out, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Flowers bring to the world the sacred gift of color and fragrance and are a natural source of cosmic energy that one can draw upon, whether you are aware of it or not. So I urge you to literally smell the roses and breathe in their healing power, which will penetrate deep into your heart, opening up your blossoming awareness to love. I sprinkle my traveling friends in the picture here with magic. They will awaken from the eternal sleep of the poppies that surround them. Arise and bring the beauty and fragrance of flowers into your life. Place them in your home, at work, or in your garden, and notice how their healing energies and colors evoke your senses on every level. So what I'm getting from that is, you also just had a card about prepare yourself for romance. Healing, though, is in order. So rest, heal, and then you wake up and open yourself up to the healing energy of love. So once you take time out for whatever it is that your nervous system needs, your body needs, your spirit needs, whatever, your mind needs a break. And then once you awaken from that healing sleep, that rest, love is there. Dare to bear all. Ooh, naked. It says naked. I'm going to move this little guy. Dare to bear all. Your true, authentic nature is more beautiful than any costume you could ever wear. Ask yourself, what is it that I'm afraid people will find out about me? Once you answer that question, your work is to fall in love with that part of yourself, remembering there is something lovable even in the parts we reject. As you amplify your self-love and acceptance quotient, you will discover that you have nothing to hide, and you will find it becomes effortless to walk your talk, talk your walk, and wear your soul on your sleeve. Here's a mantra for you. The more open, honest, and transparent I can be, the more exhilarating my life becomes. Life is speeding up. Antelope spirit. So you're getting cards of speed too. Acceleration. So maybe it feels slow motion right now, but before you know it, boom. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Letting go. Yeah, I think once maybe you haven't fully let go. Once you let go and step into that boat, it's going to be slow moving at first, and then things are going to speed up for you. And you're going to be healing as you move away from what's been holding you back. Simplicity. I just heard R-E-S-P-E-C-T. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Tina Turner just popped into my head. I don't know why. Maybe that means something to somebody. Simplicity. Sometimes our life gets so chaotic and complicated that we haven't even noticed the lack of quiet. This card reminds you of the importance of simplicity and about all the uncomplicated quiet spaces that are so important to our well-being. We get used to chaos and we find reassurance in the states of mind we get used to. We get praised for multitasking and constant achievement and feel like we're missing out if we aren't over-involved. Simplicity isn't often encouraged, so we have to remind ourselves to find it. True simplicity supports clarity. It helps us save our energy for things we truly love without scattering ourselves too thin. Simplicity can focus our intentions and help us connect to the pure, beautiful basics of life. Bring some into your life, nurture it, see what quiet lessons it holds. Surrender and let go of the past. Always do your best. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right now. You can start to heal once you let go of the past. Create a beautiful dream. Oh, this is so crazy. What did this say? Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right now. And your rest, relaxation, the mental peace. She's dreaming in a field of poppies. Enjoy the rest. Enjoy the healing process. Let go of the past so you can enjoy this small season of your life. Create a beautiful dream. You get to create that dream. You're creating it. Your word can create the most beautiful dream, or your word can destroy everything around you. Impeccability of the word only creates beauty, love, and heaven on earth. Oh, this makes me think of Bob Marley. 3 little birds. Well, there's 4, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little birds sat by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing. Another one, be impeccable with your word. 2 of them. Let go of self-judgment and blame. Yeah, that's a tough one, especially if you're leaving a relationship that has kept you captive or somehow mind-fucked you into thinking it's all your fault, or we do that to ourselves. It's not all your fault. Being impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself for anything. Be the observer, not the judge. And then over here, I forgot to pull one. I feel like this one. I don't know, it's that one or, yeah. Oh, Shears. You may want to watch pile number 2. Also got this card, and I did. Actually, I'll do for you what I did for pile number 2. So this is all about cutting out what no longer serves, what's no longer good for you, it's no longer healthy for you. You can do it in an honorable way. You know, let go, surrender, let go of the past. Whenever I need to cut someone out of my life, for whatever reason, it's always with honor and respect. And I go into this place in my mind where I see both of us, and I see this cord, this golden cord connecting us heart to heart. And I say what I need to say, and I thank them. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the laughter. Thank you for the, thank you. And then I wish you well, and cut that cord and say whatever you need to say and be concise and be decisive with that cord cutting, and watch them float off away from you, away from your realm, and live your life, Because when people, I don't know, we all have our programs, right? And I like to think the best in others, but maybe they don't mean to be hurtful. But when someone becomes unsafe, then you really have to practice cutting people out. Maybe it's not for forever, but you've got to protect your peace. Cheers. severing, cutting away, ending. Shears are a vital tool for herbalists from the garden to the kitchen. You can use shears to start a new life. Simply take a cutting from a thriving plant and nurture that cutting to grow its own roots. It's just like we're talking about envisioning your highest self, the life that you want to live. Take a moment, meditate, feel what that feels like, see it in your mind's eye. Take a cutting from that and then nurture it until the line is blurred between the old you and the new you. Or like, you know what I mean? The you making choices for yourself where you're not abandoning yourself, where you're standing up for yourself, you're creating firm boundaries with love and respect and kindness. Nurture that cutting to grow its own roots. When this new plant begins to grow, you can use the same shears to prune back obstacles that may prevent optimal growth. Once the new plant is overflowing with new life, you can use shears to harvest herbal medicine from the plant with mercifully clean cuts that prevent infection or damage to the mother plant. At this point in harvesting, it's common practice among herbalists to thank the plant for sharing their life with you. That's what I do. I thank you and I release you. There is a deep sense of ritual tied to the use of shears in the garden. Once in the kitchen, shears can be used on herbs to prepare them for final use with precision. In Greek mythology, the oldest sister of Fate wields a pair of shears, and she alone is responsible for deciding the death of every mortal. Her name, Atropos, translates to the inflexible one or the unturnable. This is the energy I feel flowing through the cold metal of shears as I snip away in the apothecary. Shears come with finality and remind us that some decisions cannot be undone. They demand your full attention and ask you to be sure of your actions before they are taken. They also remind us that severing is a natural part of the process. If you want new growth or to give yourself the best chance at flourishing, you will sometimes need to completely cut something away. If shears come through in a reading, know that you are being asked to take your final action. An ending approaches. You can take time to offer thanks to the energies before you snip them away, but do not hold back with that final cut. Be bold in your actions and have confidence in your final decision. And then there's a little suggestion for a spread, so we're going to do it. So it says select the primary attribute of the shears that is most relevant to your concern. This determines the questions in the reading. So we're going to do all of them. So severing. What do I need to cut out for my life? And what remains afterwards? Okay, what does pile number 3 need to cut out of their life? And what do they need to do afterwards? Is that the right question? Or what remains afterwards? What does pile number 3 needs to cut out of their life? Queen of Wands. Feminine energy that's magnetic, attractive, passionate. Okay, maybe this is a friend, a lover, someone. You need to cut a person out of your life. What remains afterwards? Pile number 3, what remains afterwards? King of Cups. Or maybe Queen of Wands needs to cut out King of Cups. Doesn't this actually looks very self-protective. The little fox is nestled under the tree with the roots supporting him. I mean, but if we're sticking with the spread, Queen of Wands is what needs to be cut out. What remains afterwards is King of Cups in reverse, which is, masculine energy that's really not very loving or kind. Somebody who's probably emotionally manipulative or butthurt, that you don't want them in their lives anymore. But you have that right. You have the right to cut someone out. Yeah, reversing friendly attitudes, becoming tyrannical and arrogantly unwilling to understand. Yeah, so somebody who once was like, oh, I'm so loving and kind and nurturing, flips the script on you and really becomes quite vindictive once you cut them out. So this person is very magnetic and attractive and confident. Once you cut them out, what remains is you get to see their true colors. That's what remains, and it'll honestly be confirmation for you that you did the right thing to cut them out. What will this process help heal? Okay, for pile number 3, what will this process help heal? Oh, you got 3 cards. Four of Wands in reverse. It's a marriage card upside down. Feeling unwelcome, unwanted, walking away. Oh, wow, 3 of Swords upside down. That's great. So this is heartbreak, betrayal. So healing from heartbreak, betrayal. Healing from a separation of maybe someone, a marriage, a divorce. What will this help heal? It'll actually usher in complete and total healing. It's the act of walking away. The act of cutting this person out. This is forgiveness, not forgiveness and you're welcome to trample all over my boundaries and come fuck up my mind and my heart. No, this is like, I forgive you, thank you, goodbye, you know. This is major healing. And then with the Star, too. Didn't we mention your light dimming in the beginning? You feel like your light's dimming. Look at this little glow bug is glowing brighter and brighter and brighter. You can see, I can see up close. It's like the effect of going outwards. And this shooting star. As we walk in fields of gold. That song just came to my head. So yeah, this is the act of doing this. The question was, what will this process help heal? It'll heal everything for you. It frees you to really, truly begin healing, walking away and finally cutting ties with this person. Okay, well now we need to know what will help support the process in small doses. What will help support the process in small doses? Pile number 3. Whoa. The Hierophant in reverse. Rebellion. Rebel, rebel, rebel. Small doses of it. Taking your power back in whatever small way you can. I mean, I did see the Knight of Pentacles earlier, so it's like a slow movement away from this. Maybe you have to be strategic and careful. Does pile number 3 have to be super, super careful in breaking free from this? Is this an abusive situation where it's like you really... I know when I left my husband of 10 years, the legal aid lawyer I had, he told me that 75% of women who get away end up dead from situations like my ex-husband like shot a gun at me. Like he was so super violent, like 10 years of extreme violence. So when I left him, I had to be strategic. You know, I acted like normal. You know, bye. He left for work that morning, and I had, as soon as he turned the corner, went and got the U-Haul and loaded up a few things, like U-Haul. It makes it sound like, no, I loaded up the kids' things and my kids and went to put it all in storage. And then we went to a safe house and filed a restraining order. And that was the beginning of me truly being able to heal, because you can't heal when your wound is bleeding out, when you're literally in an environment where your nervous system can't regulate. I was in constant like fight or flight in survival mode for the entirety of that marriage. There was no healing to be had while I'm sleeping with the enemy, you know, with someone who's so harmful. You just can't begin to heal. So that being said, a good book to read is Why Does He Do That? And Psychopath Free. But my question was, maybe this is an abusive situation for someone out there listening, because you do need to be careful, learn small doses, assert your power, you know, and your rebel. But the Page of Pentacles, I showed up earlier with slow and steady wins a race and moving away from this connection. Is this an abusive situation? Is this something they have to be strategic about cutting ties? Strength in reverse. I would say that's a yes. And here's my thought process on that, because when you're so beat down, because the woman I am today is nowhere near the woman I was back then. Gosh, that was so long ago. I don't know how to say. I'm just going to speak on what I know. So for me, before I married him, I was so like vibrant and full of life and powerful, but I didn't realize how powerful I was. And then I married this person who is threatened by my light, and they just want to diminish it or squash it, or maybe out of insecurity, they, knock you down. And then it's like boiling a frog in a pot. And they're slowly over time, over the course of my 10 years of marriage, just brainwashed me into believing I was nothing. I was powerless. No one would ever love me. Like if I leave, where will I go? You know what I mean? Just chipped away at my confidence, chipped away at my sense of self, like my soul. Like literally I was a shell of a human being. Like I was just, when I finally left, it was, well, I'll just be transparent. A friend of mine, I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, but a friend of mine was like, okay, something needs to be done. You're sitting at home alone, curtains drawn, in the dark, like a zombie. So she took me to this place that was doing like a double-blind study for antidepressants. And they were paying me for the study, and I had no access to funds. I had no way of making money. Trapped, like abuse in every way, like every way. And sometimes he would come home, like I never knew if or when he would come home. And sometimes I just wouldn't see him for 2 weeks, and he'd be in Vegas or wherever. I don't know, and whatever. He thought he was going to be a big time like World Series poker player, but I was literally in survival mode. But my friend took me to this study. She would take me to my appointments. It got to the point in the study where you do every week like a Medivante, like a thing, like virtual thing with a doctor, and they score you. And the people at this clinic were like, yo, you were 1 point away from being by their standards, suicidal. I didn't think I was suicidal, but just based on my evaluations over the course of the weeks, they go, you were 1 point away from being rejected from this study because you were almost technically considered suicidal. That was the state of my being when I finally left. And so I got on this study, and I don't think I got the blanks. There's one placebo and one were the actual like drugs, right? Or antidepressants. And I'm not encouraging antidepressants for anyone. I mean, if you need whatever you need to do to take care of you. But I've since learned that walking is 70% more effective than antidepressants, and nutrition and gut health. There's so much more holistically you can do to approach that. But for me, back then, and we're talking 15 years ago, approximately, I think being on that study gave me the courage to leave, because I was taking this medication and getting better and better and better, and then I finally had the courage and the strength. Like, what the fuck? It was like I woke up out of a fog, like a coma. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is my life? And so I had to be sneaky and, make him think everything was how it's always been. And then I bolted with my kids and their things. We were gone, and filed a restraining order. And what I'm coming to is my lawyer said that most women don't make it. So if you're in this situation, I want you to know that life does get beautiful again, and you have so much more to look forward to. Like, if you're feeling alone and hopeless in a situation similar to mine was, there's a light. Like, there's hope for you. It's not always going to be this way. And if you just have to, little by little, take your power back in any small way, do it and consider it a win, and just tuck away those wins, build those muscles. Someone who hasn't who's been on the couch for 20 years, they can't get up and go run a marathon. They can't even get up and walk to the mailbox, you know? Like just little by little, build up your muscle, build up your strength finally to cut the cord here and move on. And then the healing will start. It took me 10 years to get to that place of being able to walk away. So, that may not apply to everybody, but that little rant is over. Look at that, Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is someone who's capable of creating a reality that they love, full of magic, stability, peace, love, joy. You have what it takes. Ooh, you're almost at the end of this journey. 10 of Wands, long burdensome journey, coming to an end. Let me pull one of these cards real quick. Anything else? Space. Space. That's funny because your Fool card was the Space card. Yeah, there's a whole world to be explored yet. The little bit that you've experienced in life is, you know, that poster where it says, "You are here in the galaxy." It's like there's so much more than what you've experienced thus far. Let's see, what am I looking for? Oh, that's the end of it. But, oh, no. That was just one part. I want to pull cards for the whole spread that it had. Okay, so that was, what do I need to cut off from my life? Okay, what does not belong in this situation and how can it be repurposed elsewhere? What does not belong in this situation? Eight of Swords. Being stuck, being chained. Look, this owl can't fly anywhere. He's chained. His ankles are chained. Yeah, you don't deserve to be chained down and held down and stuck and owned as like a possession. How can this be repurposed? How can we transmute this energy? How can we turn things around? Water Shark. Yeah, look at that. The colors match the colors here of being a rebel, taking your power back little by little by little. I'm going to read what the author meant for this shark. A person who knows what they want. That's how you could get unstuck. You determine what you want and then you take small steps in that direction. And the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. Walking away. Look at this little tiny fish swimming away from this big hammerhead. And death. Maybe there's an alcoholic in your life with this bottle that's abusive. The end of a relationship and walking away. Closing the door on that. And then the last spread is what can no longer, the last two questions. What can no longer thrive as it is? What can no longer thrive as it is? File number 3. Judgment in reverse. The Empress in reverse. What can no longer thrive as it is? The codependency, the self-doubt, the strength in reverse, the insecurity, the feeling like you don't have the power. Judgment in reverse. Yeah, basically just saying this can no longer continue, this feeling stuck. This feeling of a dead end. Hold on, I'm looking for Judgment in reverse. Still shackled by stubbornness and narrowness, unable to ascend to, this could be lead to constant recurrence of past events. Yeah, unable to guide self to new heights. Missing important message. Okay, yeah, you're just still shackled. Staying put. Accepting this energy. What we don't change, we accept. And this can no longer stand. That's what we were pulling about. What can no longer thrive as it is. You've come to a dead end. It's time to take action. How can I honor its inevitable end? How can I honor its inevitable end? How can pile number 3 honor this ending? Okay. Queen of Swords in reverse is cold-hearted, cruel, harsh, cold. Ice Queen energy. Nightmares. This is like the destruction of your dreams, right? Because you have to accept that your dreams have come to an end, not really to any fault of your own, but with that cold feminine energy and the 7 of Wands, like stop, no, defend yourself. Yeah, really basically fight for yourself. Put up blocks, put up barriers to your heart towards this person so they can't suck you back in. It's called hoovering. It's a common tactic among abusers, you know, where they love bomb you and pull you back in with all these offers of like love and things will be different and excuses. This is a nightmare and this cannot no longer go on. So the best way you can honor this departure is by standing your ground and creating, you know, becoming emotionally detached from this and, you know, no, strong boundaries. I hate to leave this here like this. Let me draw another card. Let's draw one of these. Pile number 3. Angel of Truth. Angel of Truth. Any other confirmation in here? Saying no. We're just talking about boundaries and no just flew out. Saying no. Owning your truth. Ooh, and then we have rose quartz. Rose quartz is associated with love. And earlier in the reading, once you heal, once you wake up from the healing process, first cut ties so that the healing can begin. Then you go through that rest, relaxation, mental peace, the healing, and then open your heart to new love. Belief. Believe it. All right, pile 3. This is your reading. It's 222 on my clock right now. Love it. Love to see that. I love angel numbers. 222. Oh, 222 is my favorite. It means, and this is a C.S. Lewis quote, it means there are far greater things ahead than any you leave behind. There are far greater things ahead than any you leave behind. So if this reading spoke to you at all or gave you any bit of insight or wisdom or courage, I want you to leave an emoji. We're doing a call for emojis because I love it when other readers do that. I always drop emojis in the comments. Where's my phone? Just had it. Here it is, because I never know what emojis exist. Let's see if there's a UFO emoji. Maybe. I don't see one. There is one. Okay, drop some UFOs in the comment section if this resonated with you or gave you any kind of insight or help at all. And that gives me, when I see the UFOs, it gives me encouragement to know that what I'm doing it matters. If it helps just one person, then it's worth it. Oh, and then what I've been telling the other piles is if you have any questions from the reading or if there's any specific question or clarity that you need, drop it. And you feel comfortable sharing it publicly in the comments, ask. And I will literally, when I go through the comments, pull cards for each person asking. And I'll just type back a short response, an answer to your question, to give more clarity. All right. Mwah. I love you. And on to pile number 4. Oh, also, since this card came out also in pile 2, I would check out pile. Oh, I think it was pile 2. All right. Mwah. Peace out. Peace out, Girl Scout. I don't know why I say that. Pile number 4. Let's go for it. We've got the fire quartz here. I love this. That's beautiful. And we have this Fool. Okay. As we know, the Fool represents new beginnings, spontaneity. I have already went a little overboard with pulling oracle cards, but let's see what we can see. All right, pile number 4. Ooh, we have the Magic in the Forest. High Priestess. This is really tapping into your intuition, your higher self, just a knowing. Wow, so no wonder this guy looks so nonchalant. Just just another day. This dog looks like he's trying to pull him back, but he's trusting, and look at all the purple too. So like trusting his gut, trusting his intuition. It's like you know on a deep level that this new beginning is fated, is destined for you. Oh, we have 2 of Wands. Contemplating maybe how to go about this new beginning. Making a decision. We have Island. Foreign affairs, solo, isolation. Oh, I'm seeing so many 2s. Look at this. 2, 2, 2, 1. But 3 2s. Island, foreign affairs, solo, isolation, standoffish, separate, estranged, lonely, independent, refuge, but protected. So maybe you truly feel like you are a lone wolf on this journey, and you're not even flinching. You don't even care that this loyal friend here at your side is begging you not to go. You're like, no, I don't care. I'm going to go off and I'm going to do this thing. I know it in my heart to be true. It's just a matter of how, just kind of like details. You're like, it'll figure itself out when I go. Maybe there's a Christian song that goes, no man is an island. I don't even know who sings it. But the islands made me think of that song. No man is an island. Maybe you feel, maybe it's a self-imposed isolation, or maybe you're simply taking an adventure somewhere tropical. I don't know. No man is an island. This just swung out, so we'll take it. The Sun! Ace of Pentacles with the diamond. The sun is warm and brightens the day. Good luck has begun to come your way. The closer your location, you bask in sweet bliss. Energy abounds in summer's radiant kiss. I think you're going somewhere tropical. Sun shining. There's an island here as well. Delay. Confront the natural tendency to delay the finishing of a creative endeavor. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. It actually looks like lovers. My overhead light went out, but we can try to see how it's 2 people under a tree. The pictures on this deck never apply to the message, but maybe you're leaving behind someone that you love dearly, I'm going this alone, with or without you, I have to do this. I have to do this for me. And we have the Fawn. 13. We have 13 and 31. So look up 1331 for angel numbers if you have time to Google that. The Fawn. Vulnerable. Naive. Naivete. Playful. Innocent beginnings. The Fawn. Wow. It's right in line with innocent new beginnings. To be fair. And chop wood. Well. To be fair and chop wood. I think it's like, you know what? I've earned this. I've done, I've done my time. I've put in it's kind of like Cinderella putting up her broom. Like, it looks pretty clean. The chores are done. I've done everything I need to do. I'm going to the ball. I'm going on this adventure. I'm trusting my intuition. Logistics will work themselves out. I know things are going to be positive, successful. This is an amazing new chapter for myself. And it's kind of like justification. I mean, it kind of looks like judgment with the scales. It says, to be fair. So to be honest, basically, it's like, you know what? I've put in the work. I've earned this. It's kind of the vibe I get. The most wasted of all days is one without laughter. E. Cummings. Yeah, what a playful vibe we have here. It is only with gratitude that life becomes rich. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. The most wasted of all days is one without laughter. Yeah, I'm just getting playful, carefree vibes for pile number 4. Use equanimity to calm your emotions. Devote yourself to discovering the highest truths. And how do we discover anything? With experience. Go out and experience things. Choose happiness as your default setting. Yes. Choose happiness. Find joy in giving and make a difference in someone's life. Take time to play and let your inner child come out. Yeah, I was sensing like playfulness about this. Oh, speaking of playfulness, these are little children's cards. So I was like, oh, this should be playful. Cartoon character and a ghost. But look, on this TV here, there's the sun, there's the green grass, a frog like hops from lily pad to lily pad, just hoppity hoppity hop. Skippity, skippity, skip. Like, I'm doing this. I'm going to enjoy myself. Let your inner child come out to play. And ghost, you could be ghosting your friends and family, people who care about you or are worried about you, taking this leap of faith into the unknown, but you know that this is the next chapter for you. And you could just be like, you know what? Bye. I'll see you when I see you. And this says, I can gradually change my vibrational frequency. Pardon me for yawning. Maybe it's time to wake up. It says, there's no thought you cannot eventually have, just as there's no place that you cannot eventually reach from wherever you are. But you cannot instantly jump to a thought that has a vibrational frequency very different from the thoughts you are usually thinking. It's funny, I was just talking about a frog jumping, leaping from pad to pad to pad. So you can reach anywhere, you can do with your life whatever you want to do. Like, there's no place you cannot eventually reach from wherever you are. But you have to be in the same frequency, in the same vibration. Imagine yourself, visualize yourself. Ooh, octopus spirit, that's cool. Ingenuity. Let's look that up. Number 34. I've heard people say that octopus are literally aliens. So they don't belong here on our planet, but they were stranded, or I don't know. I saw a reel on Instagram about that. Okay, octopus spirit. Be spontaneous and adaptable. Change your patterns. Reimagine, reinvent, and rediscover. Morph. Outsmart your old self, innovate your reality, and access fresh ideas. Change your vibration, right? Change your frequency to that of which you desire, to what you see yourself doing. I really get this playful, like, I'm going to make it vibe, and octopus can get out of any situation. It's like, no matter what happens, no matter what comes, I know that I can figure it out. The octopus is an incredibly adaptable and intelligent creature, and the soul of the sacred octopus spirit is alive with messages and teachings for you. An octopus may be small, but it is mighty and resilient. If you feel taken advantage of, disrespected, or treated poorly, know that you are just like the sacred octopus spirit. You can shed a new light of understanding upon any negative experiences and see only the lesson and purpose in those situations. Having this fresh perspective will give you the clarity about who you are and who you wish to become. The octopus always keeps its predators on their toes, morphing into new forms, hiding in new places, and surfacing to jump onto rocks. What? Hiding like a ghost, jumping like a frog. That's crazy. Use your ingenuity to come up with new ways to solve any challenges you face and embody the octopus spirit in your life. Honor, celebrate, and own yourself in your life exactly the way it is, and if there's something you aren't happy with, reinvent yourself and find a different way to accomplish and experience each situation. And here is your affirmation. I am agile and able to adapt and recreate my own reality. If I do not like something, I get to change it with grace and as much imagination as possible. I love that I can always reinvent myself and have new experiences in all aspects of my life and relationships. Very cool message. True strength is within. Keep your eye on the ball. Stay playful. And, ooh, dun. It says victimhood. What is this about? Let's find out. And there's a poem. Hushaby tears, I'll sing you your song. Of fears and of sorrow, the story's so long. Misery calls, invites victim in. Self-belief crushed, no room here to win. It's no longer welcome, so show it the door. The battle is over, for you're now the victor. Okay, so this is overcoming, shutting the door on something, shutting the door on your past. That's maybe what ghosting is for. Shutting the door on the past, disappearing from all the players in your life who really don't align with this new vibration, this new frequency that you're emitting as you embark on this new journey. But let's read the booklet, what they mean here. There, dry your tears, no need to be sad. In fact, no need to be down in the dumps at all. For as I wave my magic wand, your eyes will open to what an amazing life you could and do actually have. I realize that a few situations have not turned out the way you'd liked. But for too long now, I have watched you cry a river. Sweet one, do you not realize that you are dwelling on what has been? Stand up, shake yourself off, and reinvent your life. No more poor me. What you expect in life will indeed show up. Unfortunately, you are in a place of expecting the worst, and you are now playing the role very well, I may add, of the victim. You presume now that nothing will work out the way you had hoped, for you expect others to take a dim view of you. Are highly sensitive to what you deem as being victimized. Need I go on? I certainly could, because all these tears are for nothing but getting you attention and pity. And it does work. However, do you really want to spend your life in a state of feeling wretched, isolated, and feeling sorry for yourself? I could even suggest that deep down you enjoy the attention. Sorry, but it's time for tough love. Oh, didn't I say earlier maybe this is the island. Estranged, standoffish, lonely, independent. Maybe this is self-imposed, poor me. I don't know. If it resonates with you, comment, or if you feel comfortable, but maybe you don't have to be alone. Maybe it's just something that you're putting on yourself. Let me finish reading. So pick yourself up and take some responsibility for your actions. Make steps to break out of the victim's mentality and look at the lessons that could be learned. Work on eliminating feelings of frustration to the expectation that someone is obliged to satisfy you. You will find, by doing so, that the victimized, paranoid feelings that inevitably always arise will soon dissolve, and ultimate freedom will beckon as you fuel your weary mind with the positive expectations and peace it craves. Okay. House, home. Come home to the residence of your soul resonance. I think your soul resonance is very playful. House, home. Drop your bags and all your worldly armor at the door. It's time for you to come home to your true identity, the place where you are enveloped by unconditional love and acceptance. Think of yourself as an adventurous angel who has traveled long and far. Perhaps you are a bit homesick for heaven, longing for the environment that matches your deep sense of authenticity and connection. The more you incorporate the authentic expression of your soul essence into your physical life, the more this place called Earth will bear resemblance to the place from whence you came. It says, there's no place like home, so I carry home with me wherever I roam. Yeah, I get that vibe. Like, you have everything you need. Wherever you go, you're home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Can we go home? Home. Know your worth. Skunk spirit, know your worth. When I lean toward love, I am led. Okay. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Yeah, get into the flow. Love is the flow. Love is the word, is the word. Oh my gosh, another octopus. Productivity. The houseplant. I wonder what that means. And then it says, express your love. Be impeccable with your word and express your love. Impeccability of the word can be measured by your level of self-love. If you love yourself, you will express that love in your interactions with others, and that action will produce a like reaction. Love is the word. Self-love, getting out of a victim mindset, realizing that no one else is responsible in meeting your emotional needs other than you. And then we're going to read about houseplant too. If I can find my little booklet. Here it is. Cute little oracle deck. Houseplant. Okay. The houseplant reminds us that we don't need to live in stunning, rolling countryside to benefit from nature. We can connect to nature in joyful and meaningful ways, even if we don't go outside. You are interacting with nature every time you take a shower, eat a vegetable, feel a breeze through your windows, sprinkle salt on your food, drink some water, or in fact, take a breath. Watching clouds pass, connecting with animals, taking care of houseplants, and indeed, taking care of your own body. This is all connecting with nature too. Mountain walks and riverside rambles are all well and good, but they're also pretty obvious. Remember the tiny ways you connect to nature too in your mundane everyday life. There is joy there too. Maybe you're feeling like you need to escape to go find an adventure when you really have an adventure right in front of you. If you just change your perspective and look at the mundane, I don't know what your message is here. Let's, maybe because you're my last pile and I'm so tired, it's like 3 a.m. Is it 3 a.m? No, I'm exaggerating. It's 1:36. 10, the number of completion. I'm going to pull one of these cards for you. Oh, I feel like the top one, actually. Mortar and pestle. Mortar and pestle. Okay, mortar and pestle, pile number 4. Discovery, core essence, ego death. In some ways, it all starts here, with every press and turn of the pestle against the ingredients. Your mortar begins to overflow with magic. As you grind away at larger pieces of plant material, you are creating more space, more surface, and more opportunities. The reason we use a mortar and pestle is to open up the herbs you are working with and allow them to fully release their potential. This is a moment of discovery as you uncover parts of the plant that were previously bound within. In this moment, you are looking deep down into the core of what you have and seeing all that it has to offer. In her book, When Things Fall Apart, Buddhist nun Pema Chodron, I don't know, she writes, only to the extent that we expose ourselves over and over to annihilation can that which is indestructible be found within us. Let me read that again. Only to the extent that we expose ourselves over and over to annihilation can that which is indestructible be found in us. This is the lesson of mortar and pestle. When we allow ourselves to put in the hard work and to really press ourselves open, we discover the most powerful parts of ourselves. We unlock our core essence. Through the breakdown of form and structure, we create a space where something new can be built. Here within the mortar, under the weight of the pestle, we unleash our finest. I love that. And it comes with a spread. So we're going to do this mortar and pestle spread. Okay. So, primary ingredients. What lies under the surface of my situation? That's what we're going to ask. What lies under the surface of my situation? Okay, what do we have for pile number 4? What lies under the surface of their situation? I want to take that card. Take it. Ace of Wands. So your desire for a fresh start, for a new beginning. Maybe it's a creative endeavor. Maybe it's somewhere new you want to go, but it's a fresh start. You want to be able to recreate yourself, start over, push that reset button. How can I break through? How can pile 4 break through? 10 of Pentacles. Wow. This is really great. This is really a strong foundation. So how can you break through? How can you go? Excuse me. I think build your finances. Become financially stable, strong, immovable, unshakable, unfuckable with. Once you've secured financial stability, I don't mean to sound like, materialistic, but 10 of Pentacles, it's financial stability, a strong foundation. That's how you're going to be able to break through your situation. It's finances. What is the unbreakable core within me? I'm feeling called to a different deck. What is the unbreakable core within pile number 4? Wow. 10 of Pentacles again. 7 of Pentacles. The unbreakable core is I think it's your ability to start over again and again and again. I think you've built stability, financial security, stability. What weird cards. These are strange. I don't even know who these people are on here. Interesting. But you have the ability to put in the hard work. You have the ability to see a vision and to plant your dreams. 7 of Pentacles is your hard work paying off. So that is your unbreakable core within you. It's your ability to really, visionary. I think you're a visionary. You can see this 10 of Pentacles and you know exactly which combinations, which seeds, which soil, which water, which sunlight. You know exactly what to do to nurture what you plant and to get it So work backwards from this goal to this goal. Okay, start with 10 of Pentacles and work back. Like, okay, this is what I need, and break down the steps. So this is your unbreakable core within. What undermines Pile 4's appreciation of that? What undermines Pile 4's appreciation of their ability to work hard, put in the work, and see their hard work come to fruition? Whoa. 6 of Swords in reverse. What undermines your ability to appreciate this about yourself? 6 of Swords in reverse. Sorry, I'm not super confident on the reversals. Being stuck in the past. 6 of Swords in reverse, being stuck in the past. And I think also maybe your emotions getting in the way. Whew. Being stuck in the past is what keeps you from being able to really fully appreciate this about yourself. Okay, and for our ego death, what part of pile number 4 has served its purpose? What interesting questions. What part of pile number 4 has served its purpose? Oh, karma. Wheel of Fortune. It's interesting. This is the Wheel of Fortune, but the picture to me is answering the question. What part of you has served its purpose? And 10 is completion. Karma. I think you've paid your karma debt. You've cleared it. You're now entering a clean slate. You're about to receive a shit ton of, oh my God, you're about to receive a shit ton of good karma. This is another 10 of Pentacles. But 2 of Swords is being blind. There's something you're not seeing, and it's being stuck in the past. Being stuck in the past is keeping you from seeing how good it's going to get. Wow. How will letting it go facilitate my growth? What part has served its purpose? The karma that you've... Yeah, so that makes sense to being stuck in the past, because maybe you're still reliving the unfair situations, but really it was karmic debt from past lifetimes. So it doesn't make sense to you now in this lifetime. Like, why the fuck has my life been so shitty and hard? It's karmic debt, but you fulfilled it. So quit thinking about the past and look forward to these 3 times. 3 times you've gotten the 10 of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3. That's crazy. Put in the hard work, and I swear to God it's going to pay off for you. And you're going to message me. I want you to comment after you see this pay off and move on from the past. You're going to blow up. How will letting go facilitate my growth? How will letting it go? Yeah, how will leaving the past in the past facilitate your growth? Nope, I hear no on that one. We're going to use Little Tiny Tarot. Pile number 4. How will letting go, moving on from the past, facilitate pile 4's growth? The Hermit. And the Star on the bottom of the deck. The Hermit and the Star. 3 of Pentacles. Holy crap. King of Pentacles. That's amazing. Okay. Hermit and the Star. How will this letting go of the past facilitate your growth? Going into Hermit mode. Soul searching, enlightenment. The Star, complete healing, restoration. The Star comes after the Tower, which is total and complete destruction and breakdown and pain and suffering, and total renewal and healing and rebuilding from there. So leave the past in the past. By doing so, you will gain a greater sense of enlightenment and the ability to heal and then manifest the shit out of the pentacles in your life. Wow. Okay, pile number 4. I think I'm going to leave you here. Clouds. This is 6 of Swords. Well, it's King of Swords, but there's also a 6. King of Swords is mental, being in your head, overthinking. Clouds, thoughts, problems, doubts, hesitation, unclear, confusion, indecision. But 6 of Swords is the opposite of this. It's leaving the past in the past and moving on. So clear away the mental clutter. Leave it all in the past. You've paid your karmic debts. Now you've got a blank slate. Put in the hard work. Envision these 10 of Pentacles times 3 and do it. Make it happen. You have it in you, and do it with love. All right. I hope this blessed you. If this blessed you in some way, or if you got some kind of something out of this reading, it would help me to know that even if I help one person, I feel like I'm making a difference. You know, that this is my time and investment here is worth it. So drop in, what should we put in the comment section? The octopus emoji? Yeah, let's do that. Is there one? I need to really learn my emojis. Let's see. Octopus. There is. So drop an octopus in the comments, and if you have any questions regarding this reading or anything personal to you that you want clarity on, and if you're comfortable putting it in the comment in the first place for people online to see, I will respond to your comments and I'll pull cards for your questions. So I'll give further clarity and insight in the comment section directly to you. So drop them below. And yeah, and it's easier said than done, but let go of the past. You have 3 cards of 10 of Pentacles. And like royalty here, and I think these are celebrities. I don't know who these people are, but like there's a little guy in like a king's cape. Yeah, huge shift for you, like the absolute opposite of what you've been experiencing is about to come through once you let go. All right, I love you, and yeah, drop those octopi, and any clarity you want, I'll draw cards for you and respond. Okay, pile number 4, that's all I have, and I am going to go to bed. All right, good night. Mwah. I love y'all.